Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today we're going to be doing my Andrew Cutter Picks of the Weeks. Now for those of you that are new to my channel or have not viewed this video series yet, basically the Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week videos are where I talk about this week in DC Comics. Then I talk about which comic I enjoyed the most and make it my Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week. Now, if at any time you want to see a full review of any of the comics talked about in this video, then just look back on my channel. I reviewed each and every single one of them. In addition to that, I will also talk about any updates or news pertaining to my channel or anything geeky in general. So, without any further ado, let's talk about this week in DC Comics, shall we? So, this week was actually a pretty big week, and we got issue number 5 of Detective Comics, issue number 5 of Batwing, issue number 4 of Huntress, issue number 4 of Penguin, a lot of Batman stuff this week, issue number 5 of Action Comics, issue number 5 of Stormwatch, issue number 5 of Men of War, issue number 5 of OMAC, issue number 5 of Swamp Thing, number 5 for Animal Man, and lastly, rounding off this week would be issue number 5 of Justice League International. On a whole, this week for DC Comics, sorry, something fell, but on a whole, this week for DC Comics was actually a really strong week, and I didn't realize that until after I went through the week and kind of reflected on it. With the exception of Action Comics, and you can even say maybe even Detective Comics, most of these comics were either 4 stars or even 5 stars. I believe I had 3 5 stars, which was, maybe 4. Swamp Thing, Animal Man, Justice League International, and Batwing. The low point was Action Comics, which I gave a 2 out of 5, and I think I'm in the minority because everyone's liking this comic, but it's just the same old stuff, just a different writer this time, and it has the Grant Morrison choppiness with the writing too. So didn't really care for Action Comics. Other comics, though, that did very nicely was Men of War and OMAC. So, like I said, on a whole this week, I think pound for pound was pretty good, with the exception of the hiccups here and there. The only problem I had with Detective Comics was the momentum was stopped by breaking it up into 2 stories. But if I had to pick an Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week, it would come down to one of 3 comics. It would come down to Swamp Thing, Justice League International, or Batwing. And I have to say, although I enjoyed all 3 of them thoroughly, I have to say the one that I enjoyed the most this week would have to go to Batwing issue number 5. Let's talk a little bit about Batwing, the comic itself. And I know I'm beating a dead horse here because I talk about this a lot with Batwing. But the thing about Batwing is when it was first announced, most people were like, well, this is just going to be a attempt to make another Batman book and have a black Batman on there and all that jazz. And then they were even more turned off because Judd Winick was on it. Because for those of you that are new to comics, Judd Winick is one of those writers where he's good, boy, is he good. But when he's bad, he's bad. But Batwing has stepped above and beyond what I believe people expected of it. It more so because it turns out to be a good comic series, which has a very strong character, which has a lot of backstory, and which has a lot to work with. I think one of the things that really makes this comic suitable for someone like Judd Winick is Judd usually has a handle on some characters, and sometimes he doesn't. For example, I really like his interpretation of Jason Todd. I think he has a pretty decent handle on Batman too. However, I don't really care for his Power Girl, and his Nightwing tends to be a little so it's kind of give or take. The thing is Batwing is such a character that is so rich with potential. He's very untapped. No one has really written him to any great extent. It gives Judd Winick a great amount of freedom to do whatever he wants, which is great because he's actually shaping up a very interesting, deep, dynamic character which has multiple layers. He's just not the hero Batwing, but there's more to him than that. The story is really good, and although this is kind of a crossover issue, it was still a fun crossover issue. Batman comes in, he never overshadows Batwing at all. It's still Batwing's comic, and Batwing's turning out to be one of the better books for the Batman series, which I think a lot of people would be surprised at. So Batwing issue number 5 is my Andrew Cutter pick of the week, and I am thoroughly pleased with what is coming out of that comic. So again, if you want to see a full review of any of these comics at all, just look previously on my page. You will find them. As for any news and or updates, if you guys saw my big announcement video, you know that me and my formerly known as girlfriend are getting married. I have proposed to her. She is now my fiance, which has taken some time to get used to saying, but she showed off her ring in her video. I thought I'd get a ring for myself, and I got this. Look at that. Green Lantern in brightest day. Yes, it's kind of funny because a little short story is one of my friends or co-workers was asking to see the picture of her ring, and I said, don't worry, I'll show it to you, I'll show you to. And then I take it was like a week of her asking, and finally I took a picture of the Green Lantern ring, and boy was she upset. But yes, that was the big news for this week. But other stuff for reviews I have coming up. One is I have Michelangelo #1 for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles micro series. I actually read it last week and I was planning to review it last week, but because of the hecticness of the holidays, in addition to that, we've had some family things here. My grandmother suffered a stroke. She's doing fine though, because of which I wasn't able to put much up, so I will be putting that up later on this week, hopefully tomorrow. In addition to that, I also have a review for Catherine. And I'm almost at the end of Super Mario 3D Land. Boy, does that game surprise you. You think it's easy, and it starts off easy. But once you get to the special worlds, have fun, because those are not easy. So once I beat that game, I will have a review for that. I'm thinking, I need your opinions on this. First and foremost, a question for you guys. I'm gonna I was thinking about this. When Justice Society of America comes out, I'm gonna have to drop a comic. So I want to know. I kind of have in my head what I'm gonna drop. I'm probably gonna drop it, but I want to know what you guys think. Which comic out of the many comics that I purchased should I drop for Justice Society of America when it comes out in, God knows, I think 2013. I have no idea. So let me know. What do you guys think? What should I drop to pick up Justice Society of America? Uh, that is something that's going through my head. And something else is I was thinking of doing, well, first and foremost is I am going to do my top 10 favorite Zelda games, but I want to do some kind of video game themed week. So what do you guys think? Should I do a top 10 week where I go through top 10s for a video game series, like top 10 favorite Zelda games, top 10 Resident Evil games, top 10 Mario games, top 10, I don't know, wrestling games, whatever? Or would you guys like me to do a themed week where I review a video game series, review maybe the Mario series in depth, or review the Resident Evil series in depth? Or I can even do a Zelda week where you guys can select these Zelda games that I review, and then I will review them. Everything except for Skyward Sword, because I did a Skyward Sword review not too long ago. And I guess you could say, well, yeah. Anyways, so what would you guys like to do? Because I kind of want to do a video game themed week, but I don't know what to do for the theme. So throw down some suggestions. Comment, let me know what you guys think. For those of you who have been asking, I am planning on picking up Batman the Black Mirror sometime soon, and then I will review and put a review of that up. I can't guarantee it will be within the next week or so, but seeing that the holidays are over and seeing that I have already purchased that ring and put it on her finger, I will have a little bit of money at my disposal, just a little bit, because I got to save up to move out. Other than that, not too much is going on. Yeah, just on this end, I'm having, right now I'm going to be, after I do this, I'm going to be fixing up my resume, and then I'm going to be doing some job searching, and then, but other than that, I've been playing my 3DS like crazy. If anyone has a 3DS, let me know what you guys think of it, because I was skeptical at first. Let me say this. When the 3DS first came out, this is my general rule of consensus when it came down to handheld games. Unless there is a legitimate Pokemon game or a legitimate Zelda game on it, I wasn't going to buy it. And although Ocarina of Time 3DS came out, I said to myself, well, that's a remake. It's not a new Ocarina. It's not a new Zelda game. So I wasn't going to pick up the 3DS. But you guys know the story because I said this. The thing is that I saw the Legend of Zelda bundle pack for the 3DS. It just looked so beautiful. And I knew I was going to have to pick up a 3DS anyways. I had some extra cash on hand because I had a gift card, so I picked it up. I was skeptical at first, but after playing Super Mario 3D Land and playing Ocarina of Time 3D on it, and then playing some of the free downloads too, I am thoroughly enjoying it. I am enjoying the graphics. I'm enjoying the 3D feature. I am enjoying the gyro scope that they have in it that you can move things around. I'm really enjoying the 3DS. I'm looking forward to picking up games such as Star Fox. Resident Evil Revelations I'm going to have to pick up because I have every Resident Evil game except for that one. So I'm going to have to pick up that one. And then I might pick up Kid Icarus. I don't know. But it really is turning out to be a cool system. And every gimmick or theme to it works well. I don't have the 3D on all the time because I find it gets in the way of my gaming sometimes. Just me personally, but it's still a fun feature. So what do you guys think? Do you like the 3DS? If you have a 3DS, what do you like? And here's another question, because I was listening to a podcast, and this question was proposed. E3 is going to be coming up fairly soon. Here's my question for you guys. What would you like to see from E3 from the systems? And from the major companies, from Sony, from Xbox, from Nintendo, what would you like to see? I'll give you some of my stuff right now, right off the top of my head, because I'm kind of doing this at random. But from Nintendo, what I would like to see is a little bit more from the Wii U. Maybe a little bit more, maybe some launch titles, maybe tease some launch titles. What I would like to see is a Mario game on the Wii U. As much as I would like to see a Zelda game on the Wii U, I want them to wait. Because the thing is Nintendo has a good philosophy when it comes down to his games. When you ask, like, Microsoft or Sony, when are your games going to be ready? Well, they'll be ready on this date. Nintendo, when are your games going to be ready? When they're done. Plain, flat, and simple. I don't want them to rush a new Zelda game, but I would like to see in the launch titles a Mario game. And it would be nice to have a Super Smash Bros. Game. I don't think they will, but it would be nice to have a Super Smash Bros. Game. So I would like to see a little bit more of the Wii U, possibly some teasing some launch titles. I would like to see the next 3DS, maybe 3DS Lite, 3DS i, 3DS, whatever. And what I would like from that 3DS is I would like the ability, and I don't think they'll be able to do this, but to port in my Game Boy Advance games, because I still play the Game Boy Advance games, particularly the Pokemon games, but there's other games I enjoy playing, like I was just busting it out on Metroid not too long ago, but I would like to see a little port for the 3DS game. I would also like to, not the 3DS, for the Game Boy Advance. I would also like to see one last thing from Nintendo. I would like to see more online features that they can include on the Wii U. So that's from Nintendo. Xbox and Sony I'm a little bit more lenient on. One, because Xbox I play more casually and I don't even have a PS3. Any PS3 I play, any PS3 games I play with my over my friend's house. But from what I would like to see is to keep competition nice, because everyone knows I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Xbox, I would like to see more exclusive titles. One of the things that makes Xbox so weak is it has the weakest exclusive title lineup. You look at Nintendo, it has Mario, it has Zelda, it has Kirby, it has Metroid, it has the Super Smash Bros. Series. You look at PS3, it has God of War, it has Uncharted, and then you can just keep on going through all the games on that. You look at Xbox, what is Halo, Fable, that's it. Anything and everything that's important on the Xbox you can most likely get on the PS3. And the PS3 is a substantially better console. I would like to see more exclusive titles on the Xbox, and I think it would help out the Xbox a lot. And that's the major thing that I want from the Xbox. That and maybe a new controller. Don't think it'll happen, but a new controller would be nice, because I hate the Xbox controller. I really do, especially the D-pad. When I play Mortal Kombat, I refuse to play it on the Xbox, even though I have it for the Xbox. I'll play it on the PS3. As for PlayStation, I can't really say too much about what I would want from PlayStation, other than the fact that it doesn't really have any good gimmicks right now. It's kind of like Xbox, where it doesn't have any good gimmicks, but I don't know, freshen things up, deliver us something new that we've never seen before. If I had to say anything, Sony, I would like to see a PSP. I know they're coming out with the Vita, which hasn't really been doing good in sales. I would like to see a PSP that's more accessible to casual gamers or more accessible to a larger audience. They're making a high performance game system for players that aren't necessarily going to play it all the time. One of the things that makes the DS so successful is the fact that it can go to anyone. It can be for the hardcore gamers like myself. It can go to the casual gamers like little kids or older people. It can go to the in-betweens. It can go to anyone. It's a very accessible system where the PSP is not. So I would like to see a little bit of competition from Sony on the handheld front because Nintendo dominates that. You can say what you want in the console wars. This can kind of be spread out pretty even, although I think it's more between the Wii and the PS3. But when it comes down to handhelds, DS dominates. But yeah, just some stuff that I was thinking, things that I would like to see through E3. Other than that, nothing else I'm going to talk about. I just kind of rambled on a bit. So, in your opinions, what would you like me to do for a video game week, for a theme week? And in your opinions, if I was to drop a comic, which I am, which comic would I drop for Justice Society when it comes out? And then lastly, what is your opinions on this year's E3 that's going to be coming up? What would you like to see? And in particular, what game would you like to see? I said, as much as I love Zelda, and it's my favorite game series, I think they should wait, and I said that I would like a new Mario game. What would you guys like to see? I would definitely like a new Super Smash Bros. Game. And little side note, what I would think would be good for a new Super Smash Bros. Game, other than new characters, would be the ability to have team characters. For example, know how you have stock lives? So put like a 20 stock match, and then 10 of your stock is set for maybe Samus, and then 10 of your stock is set for Captain Falcon. So after you go through 10 stock, you have Captain Falcon come out instead of Samus. I think that would be a nice feature, allow you to mix things up. Oh god, that would mix things up. But yeah, I would like to see that too. So, anyways, kind of rambled on. Last thing I'm going to say is I will post up, I said this before a while ago, but I will post up sometime this coming week a question and answer video where you guys can ask the questions, and then I'll round up all the questions on that, and then I'll answer it. By the way, if you guys sent me a message at all and I have not got back to you, please resend it. Especially some people asking for advice on certain things when it comes down to channels. I've been talking back and forth with some people, but I actually lost emails and I lost the people that, specifically some people I was helping. So please send those out again so I can help you guys out. I'm sorry, but I've just been so hectic right now. I'm going to do my resume and put it on. I have it on Monster right now, but I'm going to put on some other stuff. Hopefully get a job and hopefully get out of this place. So yes, I got the ring. Now I got to get out. So anyways, I'm going to end this review here. Or not review, this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.